Hey boys and girls, this is Miss Hall. If you don't know me, I am the art teacher at East York and Yorkshire Elementary Schools. And me and Mrs. Barrett are really excited to work together to make sure that you guys get to take some time to be creative. And so is my cat Pablo, apparently. So today for this lesson, I wanted to talk all about texture. And now texture is the way that something feels. So for this project, what you're going to need are some paper, if you have a couple pieces of computer paper or notebook paper lying around, some crayons, and that's really it. And we're going to work on finding different textures around your house to create a really cool sort of collage of color and texture. So let's get started.
All right, you guys, let's talk about how to do this texture activity. So what I like about this is that it gives you a chance to sort of explore around your own house and also maybe around your neighborhood and just to see what kind of textures you come up with. So just so you know, a texture is the way that something feels. So if you're trying to figure out if something has a texture or not, well, everything has a texture, but not every texture will show up on here. For instance, my table that I have here is smooth. I can run my finger on it and I can feel that the texture to it is smooth. So if I take my crayon and I rub on my table, all that's going to happen is I just have a smooth texture, so no texture will come through. See what I mean? But if you feel on something, like I have this vase right here and I can feel that it has a texture in it, maybe even if you listen, you can hear that it has a texture. This is something I know that will give me a very cool print. Now, something to consider as well is that this thing is round, so that might make things a little bit difficult, but we can definitely figure that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my textured surface that I found, just to show you how to do something round. I'm going to put it down on my table. I'm going to hold it with my hand. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold this down with my paper on top of it. I'll choose whichever color I'd like to use. Let's go with red. And what's important here, you guys, is that you keep your hand really still, and that's what's holding your object in place as well as your paper. And I'm going to use my other hand and just go back and forth. And you'll see that because I'm keeping my hand really still and the object really still, that the texture comes out really, really nice and clean. So this is a great opportunity for you to go around your house and just find things that have texture. Certain floors have texture, like this is a tile from my kitchen. This is from a glass window on my front door. Some of these are from like candle holders or decor kind of things. Coins are a great choice. So if you got any pennies or quarters laying around, all you have to do is slide that right underneath of your paper. Hold it down with your hand, making sure that penny doesn't go sliding around. I'm going to pick whichever color I want. And I'm just going to slide back and forth, and you'll see that that penny texture kind of comes through. You can see the face a little bit. You can definitely see the outline of that coin. Another fun thing to do with this is to go outside and see what kind of cool textures you can find. So I went out just to my front porch, and I found this cool leaf. So I thought, let's try it out. And one thing you need to know, guys, is that you might try out some textures and think, that's not really how I thought that was going to look. And that's just fine. You know, it's all about experimenting. So I'm going to hold this leaf down. I'm going to pick out another color crayon. Notice that I'm holding it in place so it does not move. And then I'm just going to slide back and forth. And it's really important that you keep going back and forth, all one direction. And you'll see that the texture on my leaf comes through. So you could totally overlap these if you want. You could do all one color. You could do lots of different colors. That's completely your choice. But what I would love to see everybody do is to fill a whole paper with all the different textures that you can find around your house, your home, and your neighborhood. So let me know what you think.